Me that?
Correct, Amunda. I got you.
All right, thank you. Okay, bet. So just returning back because my computer is definitely gonna die here in a second. Um, hopefully this converts. I think I'm gonna go inside and charge it. Yeah, but um, going
Sounds
into
right.
chapter one. Okay, from so he touched on this one thing on page 46, and he said, um, everything you do starts with your thoughts. And I've been telling people as a reminder, as you think, so you are. Right? He says everything you do starts with your thoughts. How many times have you sabotaged your own goals and ambitions because your head wasn't in the right place? He goes, no one forced you into those choices. You weren't prepared to win those battles. And then he says, I've watched great players lose everything because they couldn't make the mental leap from wanting to win to making it happen. And I really think it requires a step of faith to literally go all in. It's kind of like what he said in the beginning of the introduction. Like winning requires you to shut the iron gates behind you with no way to go backwards. You have to burn the ships and you've got to put your entirety into the purpose of achieving the calling that has been placed on your life. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you see, regardless of the circumstances and situations, regardless of what happens, you've got to show up and you've got to continuously do the things that you don't necessarily want to do, whether or not you feel up to you feel equipped or capable. You've got to do the things, period. And I think the shift happens in your mind first before it happens in your feet. And whenever you operate in your mindset of saying, no, I'm going to try, and you say, I will, or I think I can, to I know I can, then you're able to execute and take everything that occurs as a learning lesson to grow into the next level and to step into the next phase and to do and create the system that'll help take the business, take the purpose, take your calling to the next set of influence, right? Whenever people pray throughout the Bible for an expanded territory, a lot of people were thinking that they were talking about ownership of land, but he's really talking about influence. Like, let's expand, expect the blessing to bring favor unto other people's life as we influence them through the way that we walk and how we treat ourselves and how we treat others, whether or not we know them. And I'm not talking about how you treat others, whether or not you know them, but the people that we're inspiring. Because the same way that people are able to make impacts with people that they never met or will ever meet in their lifetime, but still have a profound level of inspiration through the way that they walked and lived their life, it's literally possible and God ordains it. Like, think about the fact that this man Jesus is 2,000 years removed and people still talk to him about this day. Literally the greatest, most influential leader on the entire planet of all time. Think about King David, Kobe Bryant, gone, but they literally still impact people to this day. There are youngins that have never got to see Kobe play, never heard him speak before, but are scrolling on Twitter or X now. Sorry, I'm old, show my age, but uh, scrolling on Instagram and getting inspired by his work ethic and his mindset as he pursued it, or he was in pursuit of winning. He goes, no, get the results, and the brand will build itself. Play it the other way around, and your career will be dead long before your shoe deal expires. I was like, bro, quit playing. If you go and do the things, the outcome is not your responsibility. God will let it happen, and the results will show the fruit of what you did and why you did it and how you did it, right? Amani, you brought this up. 6 championship rings is crazy, but that result was a byproduct of the process. He was up and in the gym before anybody else, and he was the last one out the gym as well. Right? Steph Curry gets praised for being the greatest shooter of all time, and I agree with that statement. But no one sees the thousands of missed shots that he's had since the time he was 12. It's probably a million at this point. Man is in his 40s, about to be. You know what I'm saying? Literally still putting up 1,000 field goal attempts every season. So like when you think about, and that's just the season, the games that get tracked. Not even talking about the practices and the warm ups, right? It's genuinely the process that yields the result. And I think about seven spiritual laws when he said this. You detach yourself from the outcome, the law of detachment, and you open yourself up to the field of endless possibilities, the solution will make itself known because you're no longer attached to what could have happened. You are attached to the process of becoming and stepping into who you're called to be. And that allows the results to be a byproduct of the work that you put in, right? You fall in love with the process. It doesn't matter what the result is, right? Nick Saban is famous for this, and he talks about this often. Nick Saban is one of the most winning coaches in college football history. I was hoping Texas would hire him one day. Never happened. But the reason why people respected him is because he would hop on a press conference after a win and say how they did not perform. And they're like, "What are you talking about? You won the game." He said, "It doesn't matter. It's how you perform. If you execute to a level of standard of greatness, then you're never going to reach the ultimate goal. It's not about the destination because when you make it about the destination and the result and you get there, you're going to feel unfulfilled or unaccomplished because it's not what you thought it would be. Think about the billionaires and the millionaires that kill themselves because they feel unfulfilled or unsupported. It's really about the company you keep, the work ethic that you keep, the discipline and the consistency that you implement. I kind of put my words together. The discipline and the consistency that you implement, as well as your stewardship of what is given to you, your resources, your time, your money, your relationships, your focus, your temple. Like it's really about how you operate. And when I see this, he goes, I'm not talking about sticking with old routines designed to keep you comfortable and safe and get you through the day without rocking the boat. Because sometimes the boat needs to get rocked hard. If you never rock the boat, how will you know how much it can take? This isn't about fighting boredom or dealing with anxiety or avoiding new things. I don't want to see you sleepwalking through your life, just getting by. We all know people who are just plodding through every day. They say things like another day, another dollar, easy come, easy go, sun up, sun down. Just glad to be here. I'm like, yo, it's like everyday life is kind of crazy when I have conversations with people. Same old, same old. If that's you, I seriously hope it's not. You need to blow up that routine and replace it with something that engages you mentally and helps you create new challenges and results every day. Why y'all think I'm running 10 miles? I hate running, but I know the person that I want to be is constantly challenging himself and doing new things, getting new results. Why do you think I booked a flight to Dubai when I had less than $300 in my account? It's because I know the person I want to be is challenging himself and operating in the standard, knowing that he's going to do what needs to be done in order to achieve the goals that God has given him. That's the person I'm working towards, and that's what we got to do. Routines are freedom. If you use them correctly, they will allow you to take action with certainty and purpose. They remove the variables and speed bumps that slow you down. And most important, they bypass the battlefield of decisions. Should I or should I not? This way or that way, today or tomorrow? How long? Who should I ask? When you have a well planned routine, those questions have been answered. You execute and move on. Done. Next. Bro, okay, I'll be done. It's my last little thing. But that was the biggest conviction I had when I was reading this because I was like, praise God. I literally just thought I prayed to him yesterday and I thanked him in the morning on my walk because who I am today and the routines I've implemented, the non negotiables that I uphold, I don't even recognize the person I once was. I'm so far gone and removed that I'm literally operating a new sense of being. And I am beyond grateful as I see people just willy nilly going about their days, just trying to get by and or just sitting in their comfort of their own self promotion and progression versus the entirety of what we're called to do, which is to serve one another. I am beyond grateful that when I used to look at myself being on an island as alone, I recognize it as a strength and solitude that how blessed am I to not operate in the majority because routines make the difference. I think about like last night, y'all. I did not get home till after 2 a.m. I woke up this morning at 8 a.m. I got ready. And I headed my way to church so that I could praise and I could pray and I can be intentional about my time to start my day because I told God, you're number one in my life. You're a priority. And He doesn't just hear us, He sees us and He watches us too. So allow your fruit to embody that. And if the fruit that you are currently yielding don't align with the person you know you can be, then you've got to change the routines that have developed the fruit that you've gotten. Otherwise, you continuously have the same fruit. To go along with the parable, in order to get a different fruit, you have to plant a different seed. If you are planting tomatoes, but you want an apple instead, you can't expect an apple to come from a tomato seed. Go and plant an apple seed and see the yield of the apple. And planting the seed of the apple isn't just taking the seed and putting it in the ground. It's watering it. It's nurturing the environment around it. It's showing up and doing it every day without seeing the apple form. Before the apple shows, there's got to be a sprout. And then after the sprout is formed, there's got to be a tree. And then prior to the tree being a tree, there's a, what is it called? Like a treeling? I don't know. Like the in between stage between a sprout and a tree,
A
like the
sapling.
babies. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I knew there was a word. I knew there was a word. But anyways, and then once the tree's there, that's when the fruit gets born. But that takes time. And I recognize how years, y'all, years, I've taken this little aspect of compounding, the small changes, to where I can't even operate the same anymore as I used to. Even though I'm tired, I'm getting up. Even though I don't want to, I'm completing my workouts and my physical activity. Even though I feel betrayed or left behind, I'm showing up and serving other people. I heard this thing and I'll leave it on this. Fear is what if, and faith is even if. And regardless of what happens, even if it requires you to take the step forward in the direction in order to win. And I think that's exactly what Tim S. Grover is going to cover throughout this book. Regardless of how you throw what it is, winning don't give a damn. It really don't. And if you want a difference, you've got to go and do it. And God will give you the blueprint and the shovel, but He's not going to build the house for you. Put in your work. This is why, literally, like we read Jason in Bible study, I would hate to knock on the door trying to come together last second and do the works because I hadn't done the work for a long time and him tell me, depart from me. I did not, I don't know you. Like, nah, I'm going to show up and put in the work every single day because I don't know when he's coming back. And I know that there are a lot of people that don't even care. And if they stay consistent in that truth, they're not going to make it to the eternity with him. They'll be in separation from him. And as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. And as for me, I will not go without at least letting people know. Do what you will, but I'm going to plant the seed. If you want to dig out the seed, that's your choice. But here's some water, and here's how you can nurture it, and I'm here to help. Period. And I feel like if we go and help people win, as Zig Ziglar says, the more you go and help people achieve what they want, you will naturally achieve what you want. And I keep that in the forefront of my mind. It's never about me. Never about me. It never will be. And I always pray that God humbles me to keep my pride and ego at bay so that I can be a sound of reason, of wisdom, not only to myself, but to my kids one day, to my family currently, and to everybody that chooses to operate in life with me. But I refuse to deviate from that standard. We're called to it. We really are. And if that bothers people, God bless you guys. And I'll take care. I'm going this way. And this is what it happens. And I just know, if you're winning and you're great, you're not liked by a lot of people. Michael Jordan talks about it, and I'm pretty sure he's going to bring that up. But there are a lot of people that hated him. They're like, he goes, oh, I'm sorry. But not only did I want to win, but I wanted you to win with me. And I didn't care whether or not you like me. I'm going to push you to make you win with me. And if that's not you, then you're not designed to push this way. Take care, but I'm going to win. It's in my DNA. We were given victory. You either believe that or you don't. And I feel like most people don't. But when you operate in faith, you've got to come to that realization and believe in that truth. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I just really wanted to express what my thought process was in it because I've been literally living it, and I'm very convicted that this is the year that everything changes. Because if I was able to do with the Lord's help the last 12 years, y'all pray for my enemies because I be praying for them every day. They ain't got a chance. They really don't. What we're about to do in this next 365 is really setting up the next decade for monumental and supernatural breakthrough and overcoming. So I'm excited for that. And I appreciate y'all letting me speak that over what I learned from the book. And it's just a couple chapters. I know I'd be a gabber, but there's only four of us on the call. And I, I don't know if you read Mikhail, but if you want to touch on what stood out to you, you got the four. But I was like, if Mikhail is only picking off of what he heard, then it's only three of us really giving the insight. So I was like, I'm going to make up for the other five people that usually hop on.
Mikhail
I
is
love you
whipping
guys.
it up right now. He's whipping it up in
Yeah.
the kitchen. Yeah.
Microwave vibes.
I can
Hey,
Okay.
throw
Yeah.
my
But
last thought in
yeah,
real quick
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
that I forgot to mention. You helped me remember it. I wrote it down when you were talking about the seven spiritual laws. It made me think about what was mentioned with non-negotiables, right? He said you have to be careful with non-negotiables because while it sounds tough and badass to announce what you absolutely will and will not do, there are infinite things that can get in the way and force you to change direction. It made me think about how you like attachment, right? Whenever I first met you, Marcus, I'm pretty sure you can remember there was some things that like I was just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't care about a suit. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I don't care. But then as I slowly started thinking about it, a lot of these non-negotiables weren't even mine. They were inherited. And that's what kind of hindered my growth in a lot of aspects in my life because it wasn't truly me making a decision. And he even says it in the book too, I'd rather make a decision and me be wrong than somebody make a decision for me and it be wrong. Because it's just like, what the heck? You know what I mean? I grew to have these attachments of things that are a negative, and I didn't even realize that I'm in the water and they're anchors. Not only can I not move, but I might drown with these non negotiables. Right. So it's just like being able to actually see these things so you can pivot correctly, right? And that's pretty much what I want to do is just pay attention to what your attachments are, right? There should be only one non-negotiable in our whole community, and that's Jesus Christ as Lord. That's the only non-negotiable that is okay with me. And in anybody I talk to, anybody I do business with, anybody that comes into my life, that is the only non-negotiable. If your non-negotiable is I can't stay up past 10 o'clock, I don't want to talk to you. I can't wake up early, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm sorry, bro, because that's not a non-negotiable. It's just not, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just a little part that I remembered that being careful to what you attach yourself to because not everything that attaches to you is good. It's kind of like a what are those things that get attached to wells? Those barnacles. It's like
Yeah.
barnacles. Sometimes they're doing more harm to you than actually giving you life. And that's it.
No,
That's all
that's
I
good,
had.
bro. I appreciate that insight for the fun.
I'm so excited to read this book, y'all. Golden Nuggets. It's crazy. I might cut out for a second because I'm in an elevator, but I can see it. I'm telling you. But yeah, crazy. Those are golden nuggets, Jason. Golden nuggets right there. That's literally, it's kind of wild. As I'm listening to everybody speak and just speaking on everything to just tie it all in. One, I've been affected, but two, like this is literally like, especially what Jason just said, this is literally how I think. Like, you gotta, yes, there's non-negotiables, but you gotta know when to pivot. You gotta know how to pivot. You gotta understand, like, am I making decisions for myself or am I moving based on other people's decisions? Like, you've literally just, when it comes to winning, when it comes to your faith, And when it comes to going after what God has put on your heart, whatever that may be, everybody, it looks completely different. To me, it looks like providing and like literally having provision for my family, setting up an inheritance. It looks like like showing up every single day. It looks like serving other people in different realms as well, and just utilizing my testimony to help people change theirs. It's literally what it looks like for me. For everybody, it looks completely different, and it's just amazing to hear that you said what you just said. Because if that's in this book, this should be a non-negotiable. This book should be a non-negotiable for just about everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. Like, because that honestly is a different way of thinking that majority of people just don't have. Honestly, it's wild. And I have seen in my lifetime and just career and adult life, I've seen so many people that have so much potential not waste it, but like one, not know when to pivot or just not know when to shift their thinking so that they can move differently. And then they end up staying mediocre for a long time until they went and actually hit that next level. So in that, it's like it's honestly wild. And then you peep how some people have definitely pivoted, but they've stayed the same too. And then you wonder like, what's the difference? And it's literally the magic of thinking big, literally. And the bigger people think, the easier it is to pivot because you can understand, like when you're thinking about your road trip from Minnesota to Texas, a lot of ways to get here. You could stay right on 35, but you might hit traffic. And if you are thinking of the bigger picture, you can kind of zoom out and see a detour and take it. But if you're not looking big picture and you're just super zoomed in, then you're never going to see the detour and you're just going to stay along the route that you know is the route. And it's going to take you longer to get to the destination. So in that, it's like, I don't know, it's just honestly wild. I love what this book is talking about. I just love the entire mentality and the process because legit, even I remember sitting back there when Kobe passed as well. I was in that same arena. Me and Marcus did not know each other, but I remember that hitting the whole arena. I remember Jay Peso getting up there and doing a whole speech on it as well. And it was one of the best speeches I've ever seen in my entire life. I remember getting emotional in that same moment, like, damn, like we just lost a winner. Like, bro put a lot of people in the game. I'm not even a basketball fan, really. I don't watch sports like that unless my home team is on the screen. Other than that, I don't watch none of that. But I know who Kobe was, and I knew how much of an impact that he had. And I watched an entire arena of people literally cry real tears as well. Like I remember it from a different perspective of that same moment that Marcus was talking about because I was in there, and it's wild to think about because I watched the impact of this man, and that made me emotional because that is what I want to create for my own life. It's like, dude, look what this man's passing just did. It literally affected the entire planet. People all around the world were affected. The whole world stopped for a quick second to mourn Kobe Bryant. And that's dope. I'm like, dude, that type of influence is crazy because at the end of the day, what was his message? It was literally about faith and it was about winning. Like, bro, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. That's literally, I believe that when it comes to levels of success, that is the highest level of success that you can get to in this world that we live in, is literally being able to obviously succeed monetarily at a high level, but also at an influential level, but also have it be morally correct and righteous. Like that part is amazing, you know? So it definitely had me in all the types of feels. And every time I've thought about it, like it's wild to think about. Honestly, it's really wild. But no, grateful for y'all entire perspective of this book because truth be told, as I've been in this last season of my life and as like the compound effect of the small decisions and the small pivots is like showing up in my life as well. I'm just grateful. And I heard one thing that Marcus literally talked about. He said at the end of the day, you see a lot of millionaires, billionaires like commit suicide or just go do crazy things to go and risk their life because they're missing part where it's like literally about your people. And that's even one thing I've noticed as well. Like there's always a thing that you're chasing after, but once you figure out this game,
You figured out though?
Mikhail lagged out, I think. You heard Marcus? Yeah, Mikhail logged out.
Oh dang.
How is it still being recorded? I guess it's pretty cloud. I love this man. It's kind of hard to get him to um, host the book club when he's traveling. He'd be
You
moving to
know,
grooving.
he got the kids with him, the wife
He got
with
the
him,
kid, the
everybody.
wifey, he got himself. He's
Got
trying to.
himself. He got himself. Hey, but like I want before we like kind of get off because I'm sure he'll hop on. But
Yeah, you can.
so
Okay.
y'all know the Kobe Bryant situation when he
Yeah.
died that same year, LA won the championship.
Literally, the same
Okay.
year.
Okay, and
The
I'm from
game.
LA. So from a young child, I have memories of my family screaming, going crazy in the living room from watching Kobe, Shaq, Fisher all play together. And like as I got older and when he died, so in that same year we won the championship, I was in LA and me
Yeah.
and my friend went down to downtown LA to celebrate with everybody because
being
it
on
was like, you know
vacation,
what?
y'all.
Huh? Oh my God,
Can't,
that's what Marcus said.
on vacation, I can't keep a freaking charged phone for the life of me. It's kind of crazy.
That's what Marcus said. He's on vacation, man.
It's crazy. But in that though, ultimately,
Okay. I will finish this story before
No,
the
no,
book
finish.
club is
Hold on,
over.
hold
go ahead,
on.
go ahead, go
Okay,
crazy.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Wait,
on.
Imani, you're finishing your story?
Yeah, while you
Yeah.
were gone, I was telling them like like me going down to downtown LA when the Lakers won the year Kobe died and the streets were filled, thousands of people, thousands like really wanting to celebrate not only LA's victory, but the fact that our legend just passed away, somebody who impacted so many people in the community. It's so many people in our community for real. And all you hear is people chanting, Kobe, Kobe. The whole streets are filled with it. So it's like, that's how impactful a person can be when the goal isn't just monetary or material. It goes well past the material and goes into purpose and passion. And that just to hear him being like his name being chanted in the middle of the street, thousands of people lit. That's the kind of legend I would love to be that kind of legend. I'm not even gonna lie. That's pretty dope. So just wanted to throw that out there since we've been talking about Kobe so much.
Man. Nah, I agree with that.
Man, me too.
Tenfold.
It's crazy that you were there. At the end of the day, it's about significance, y'all. That's all I was about to say. Only thing I've been literally worried about recently, and one of the coolest things, and I think that it honestly has been so wholesome for me already, even,
Oh, my Lord.
is because at the end of the day, I've been progressing in the financial area of my life, but like the familial area of my life has always kind of lacked because I come from some people who don't understand how to communicate effectively. So there's always some type of weird problem in the family, and somebody's not speaking to somebody, or somebody ain't messing with this person, or somebody's trying to fight this person, or somebody's acting crazy and saying wild things to niggas, and it just don't make no sense. And so in that, I'll be the only thing that I'd be worried about. Back in the day, it used to be like, I need to go get this money and figure everything out and provide for my family. Now that I can do that part, it's like I just want to be around my people who love me. You know what I'm saying? Support me. We believe in the same things. We can have fun together and vibe out. And my kids like me. Weird, like that part for me coming down here, it literally feels like I have a whole second family and coming down and grandparents are cooking for me and shit. I told this to Marcus yesterday, like, dude, to have people
that I literally pull up and y'all grandparents is cooking for me, bro. This is crazy. I feel like this is how it should feel when you like come home to your family and live out of town and it's your birthday or something. And like that's how I feel. It's literally a whole second family that pulls up, and people that I absolutely love. I know that that love is absolutely reciprocated. And overall, like to create a level of influence and create that bond and build that relationship. That's all that life is about. Because in doing that, that's how you can actually exemplify your story, and that's how you can teach it too. It's bad. And that's how you can also like share your testimony with others in building that relationship as well. And in that, like that's literally how we do what we're talking about. And then all of a sudden you start getting asked to go on camera and stuff like Kobe and everything else. But ultimately, you meet the right people. It's not what you do, it's who you do it with that matters for two reasons. One, it matters because it affects them and you. And then two, it matters because it affects whomever else that those two people and who are affected, you and the other person, go and affect. It's literally a ripple effect of impact in your story. And if you feel good and you show up in the right way for other people, first for yourself, then you'll show up in the right way for other people. And when that energy is reciprocated, that creates this feeling of significance. It's like, damn, I mean something to somebody, you know? And that part is absolutely amazing. I feel like everything's being chased that in different ways until they realize how to put it all the way together. And then it's a whole different level of living. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a great level of peace. My man likes to push the bond for my birthday. And I really, like he said, I've been thinking towards it. And it's a whole different level. Really grateful for it all. I'm grateful for it. But I'm excited to win, Michelle, because ultimately putting all the pieces together and understanding what winning is really based on, it hits different. So I'm just excited. I stay excited. And I'm grateful for this book. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for Book Club. We back. Brooklyn Squad. Shout out to Marcus on this recommendation. He was like, y'all is gonna be one of them. And what it sounds like on the intro of chapter one, it's already one of them. So we're gonna continue. I'm excited. But go ahead, Michael. Kind of let us know what's going next.
Yeah. So the events are updated. The links are incorrect on all of this. So yeah, drop y'all. We will fix that.
We'll correct the Zoom link.
Yeah. We shall fix it. But looking at this, next book club is on the 24th. And we are going over chapters 2, 3, and 4. I repeat, chapters 2, 3, and 4. Goal is to finish this book before 8 of Feb. So it's probably like mid-February we'll be done. We're gonna be reading, excuse me, we're gonna be reading about 3 chapters a time. It's not too big of a book, honestly.
Oh my God.
And the words are a little, like if you got the copy, the words are a little big. So I like reading it because it makes me feel very productive. Be going through the pages like we're playing. I just had 10 pages to playing. It was like 3 minutes. I was kidding. But yeah, we'll go chapters 2, 3, and 4. And then as you guys know, especially I think everybody in here is in the VIP chat, but the VIP Telegram, I've been throwing promos in there as well. Feel free to invite people to the TGF app. It's completely still free and like I said, up to date. We send out reminders, notifications there as well. And then as we move forward, I'm excited for what this book is going to uncover as we set our mindset on the right things. Yeah, likewise, brother. I love you. We're wrapping up as well, but God bless you guys, and we will see you next week. Shout out first week of book club in the books. Mikhail, please, once this gets converted, throw that on YouTube. I want to get that up and done before today. I appreciate you.
Hey, let me know what y'all do tonight, okay?
I shall.
Okay.
I shall.
What we're doing tomorrow?
Or tonight or tomorrow, because I just want to see y'all before y'all leave. Talk
Okay.
to Tia, hang out with Tia for a little bit. Hey, hi, Tia, hi, kids. Hi, the children, everybody's there. Oh, he's zoned out. It's all good.
On purpose.
It's all good. I know how kids are. Hi,
Hey
Tia.
girl, hey.
Hey.
I
Yeah.
am so tired.
Oh, but you look great. Your skin looks fucking amazing. Oh my God.
I just did my skincare. So
You got a piece of rice on your shirt too.
get it.
Mhm.
I can't
Nice.
reach. Dang.
Are you guys gonna go out? Is
They're
somebody
going,
watching?
they're going golfing at 3:30 and then we're just gonna be at Marcus's mom's house.
Okay.
Or we chilling for the cookout.
Hey, fire. Okay, well, let me know
I'll
where I
let you know if we end up doing anything after. I got you.
yeah, let me so I can get in where I can fit in, okay?
Yes, man.
All
You
right.
always fit in, girl. You always fit in, girl.
All right, for sure. Bye, y'all.
All right,
Much
girl.
love.
We love you. See you soon.
Mikhail, you in recording?
Oh,
Marcus,
I'm in
how
there
do
right
you
now.
want to meet
All
up?
right, y'all. See you in the next one.
See you next one. Bye.